Holy Week Devos, day 3. Today's Tuesday. Tuesday is one of the longer sections. It spans from the back end of chapter 21, verse 23, all the way to verse 26, chapter 26. So it's a lot happening. This is like Jesus' last sermons, is the gist of it. So there's a lot I can pick out of this. I'm going to pick out the part that I feel a lot of people skip over because they're just kind of like, oh, I've heard this in church many times. This comes from chapter 22, verses 34 through 40. But when the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together, and one of them, a lawyer, asked him a question to test him. Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? And he said to them, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment, and the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments depend all the law and the prophets. A lot of people skip over this because they're like, oh, I've heard this in church my whole life, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Let heart, soul, and mind, and Paul later adds strength. And love your neighbor as yourself. I've heard that many times. I've had VBS songs about it. It's not an uncommon thing to hear, but I feel so many of us skip over this. Loving the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind means putting him first in everything. Meditating on his word, putting him first in all circumstances, no matter what. And thinking about him constantly and what he's done and what he's done and what he is actively doing and what he's going to do. God has a plan for you. God has a plan for me. God has a plan for all of us on this wacky world. And that's amazing. And another part that we skip over a lot is verse 39. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. How do you do that? That's really hard to do. I personally struggle with that. I've dealt with a lot of bullying and stuff. So it's a lot harder to do. But, just showing love to your neighbors and those around you, just being like, hey, Jesus loves you. Even just something like that. Or just saying, hey, how's your day going? Just something like that,